Lobsters seafood.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Say you're sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
Y'all know what's coming, but nobody knows just when. If you don't have a plan or you don't understand how or where to begin, at church funeral services, we'll handle it all with care. Church funeral services.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
Athens has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, lunch.
Hey, watch this.
Yeah, you got good hands. Watch this. Let's get out of here, MJ.
Hey, I'm Dr. Donald. Scott, come on in, Scott. Thanks.
Scott, you ready? All right, you can have a seat right here.
All right, Scott. We're going to get you all fixed up today, okay?
A few moments later.
All right, Scott. Good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Donald.
You're welcome. Welcome to Advanced Dental Care, official dentist of the Zydeco hockey team. Whether you're a hockey player or not, we can give you the perfect smile.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
So beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Welcome here inside Aikens Ford Arena here in Athens, Georgia, where the Zydeco trying to rebound after a tough couple of game stretches against these ROck Lobsters. I beg your pardon for the lack of a pregame show. Ran into a couple of technical snafus, but we are here to play hockey, and with that puck drop, we are underway. And now back in the way, here come the ROck Lobsters, wiring a shot and is saved by Brendan Colgan. Robertson now has it. He'll fish it along out to the neutral zone. Picked up now by the ROck Lobsters to the far boards. From the right circle, trying to get this one out in front. That gets taken away. Here comes Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov back in the lineup after last night. Will play this one into center ice, and they'll play this one across, trying to find it back to T-Mac. And now here comes Thomas McGuire. That one gets fished along here by the Crustaceans. They'll try to get this one out to the neutral zone right in front of the scorekeeper's box, where it's played off now by Brody Thornton. Thornton trying to play this one back out to the slot, and that one will be played back down by Rio Namiki. Namiki out to the far boards, stopped up. Here come the Lobsters, top of the right circle, and that gets fended off by Brendan Colgan, and he will cover. seeing eye people would notice that there is a lot of canines here inside the building. It is Pucks and Paws night here at Athens Ford Arena. Now that the paws are out, the Zydeco looking to end the dog days for themselves, as they'll play this one back out to the near side of the Lobsters zone. And now out to the slot, and a shot just going wide. Picked up now by the ROck Lobsters. From the near side, they'll try to play this one back out in front. Out to the near corner. And for the Zydeco, they get taken down. And now through center ice, here comes Henning. Dustin Henning with a backhand shot and a save by goaltender Rodriguez. Last night was kind of a bout here for the Zydeco. It was tight for the first 20 minutes, but after that, not too kind here to Baton Rouge. Falling in a final score of 6-2. And now off the draw, Zydeco with possession. They'll try to play this one into the Lobsters' end. Picked up, not cleared, as Rodriguez plays it behind his own net. 17:59 left to go here in period number 1. Zydeco will try to play this one back out in front. Out to the slot. That one will be played off now by Kleber. Into the neutral zone. He'll flutter his way all the way back into the ROck Lobsters side of the ice. Jake Cox turning this one around and turning it over. Back of the way. Here come the ROck Lobsters. Out to the far boards. To the right circle, a shot. And a good blocking front by Brendan Colgan. Colgan will leave this one off. And now the ROck Lobsters with possession. Zydeco with possession back in their own zone. And a loft pass turnover out in front to Gallant with a shot just going wide. Out to the far boards, trying to get this one out in front, where it's played off now by Kevin Sabad. Sabad. He'll try to play this one back into the near corner. Johnson leaving it off to the end boards. Johnson trying to get this one back from the near boards. That one will be played across here by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov out to Katola into the ROck Lobsters zone from the end board. Stopped up now by the ROck Lobsters. Johnson with possession. They'll try to get this one around the boards, and Brendan Colgan nearly took a bad sidestep, and now back it away. Here comes Brody Thornton with a shot, and that one hits the outside of the cage. Picked up now by Rio Namiki. Namiki has it back in his own zone, trying to guide this one back to the neutral zone. That one gets taken away by Shane Haggerty, but it looks like they're going to call this one for an offsides. 16:13 left to go here in period number 1. Your score is, well, still scoreless here at Athens Ford Arena. Shots on goal, 2-1 here for the ROck Lobsters. Shane Haggerty will take the draw against Picard, as Picard not allowing any further deliberation. And now the ROck Lobsters trying to get this one in on net. Good save off by Brendan Colgan, as Colgan will cover. And we'll have a face-off here deep into the Zydeco end. Now last night, it started off well for the Zydeco, as they had the first goal on the night. Elijah Wilson making his return this weekend to the Zydeco, netting his first goal in a while and getting his 99th point in the process for his career. Wilson back in the lineup, and he plays the puck to the near side of the Zydeco end. From the blue line, the ROck Lobsters have it. Poke checked away And now a centering pass, top of the right circle. And a shot, and that one gets saved off by Brendan Colgan, and he will cover. So get another face-off here inside of the Zydeco end. 15:39 left to go here in period number 1. Still scoreless here inside Aikens Ford Arena. So the last couple of nights, the Zydeco were able to strike first and pretty much have a decent first 20 minutes, but it's all about continuing that momentum for the next 40 minutes. As the second and third period left a lot to be desired last night. Picked up now by Jake Cox. That gets ripped away by the Rock Lobsters. Garrett Milan leaving this one off to the near boards. Picked up now by the Zydeco. That gets taken away. Turned over. Out in front, a shot. And that one gets swatted away. Milan being heckled for the puck by Jake Cox. And thankfully able to turn this one back into the neutral zone. Picked up now by Scott Sherrock. I'll try to play this one back down into the neutral zone, back the other way with a shot, and that one goes high and wide. Picked up now by the Rock Lobsters here in the neutral zone. Robertson with it. Poke checked aside. A good poke check by Dustin Henning. And a stretch pass will go all the way back into the Zydeco end. Stopped up now by Alexanian as he'll just try to shuffle this one into the Rock Lobsters zone. Rock Lobsters with possession here in the neutral zone. They'll try to play this one all the way back into the Zydeco end. They'll try to play this one back into the blue line. Picked up now by Katola. Katola out to the slot with a shot and a good save by Rodriguez. Out to the blue line now. Kevin Sabad trying to get this one out in front, and that one get blocked out to the corner. Nick Katola takes him down. What a good hit there by Katola. And now here come the Rock Lobsters through center ice. Eric Alexanian dropping this one off to Kevin Sabad. Sabad not able to go. Thomas McGuire turning this one around. Centering it out, and a turnover shot. Good save by Colgan. Kevin Sabad now has it behind his own net, trying to turn this one around. Picked up now by Sabad, and he'll just try to loft this one into the backhand, into the near corner. Picked up now to the blue line, swatted at by the Rock Lobsters. Thomas McGuire turning this one over. Out to the left circle of the Zydeco end, and a shot, and that one hits the outside of the cage. From the near side, Johnson out to the blue line, and that one gets swatted aside, and the puck hops on the Rock Lobsters. Picked up and off the glass, gets picked up by Picard. Picard out to the blue line, stutter steps, out to the right circle. Brendan Reller a shot, and that one goes wide. Reller out to the right circle with a shot, and that one gets blocked by Katola, and now it gets picked up by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov trying to guide this one out of the zone. That one gets taken away. Here comes Brendan Reller. He'll pitchfork this one along into the near corner, where it's played off now by the Rock Lobsters. Out to the top of the right circle. Stopping this one up, Brendan Reller trying to get this one out in front. That one gets taken away. Weisblatt trying to get another shot in on net, but that one gets taken away, ripped up and cleared out by Kevin Sabad all the way down for an icing. 12:25 left to go here in period number 1. Your score still scoreless as we head on to our first commercial break. But before we step aside, we will take a few moments to thank some of our sponsors. Sigma Engineers and Constructors, E&C Bush Hogging and Mulching, Capital City Produce, Bosenfinger Tree Service, Republic Finance, Schmolke Law Firm, Pico Lumber, Wilson Warehouse, Highland Group Property Services, Bayou Apparel, Gator Millworks, Will Scott, AV Solutions, and VRI Institute. We'll get right back to you here at Aikens Ford Arena here in Athens, Georgia. Still scoreless.
over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo.
Welcome back here inside Aikens Ford Arena, where it is still scoreless. Rock Lobsters with possession, trying to play this one back down out to the near corner from the end boards. Milan pitches this one out to the right circle, onto the blue line, a shot, and that one gets saved off by Brendan Colgan. Colgan with a excellent save, kicking this one out to McGuire, will send this one all the way back down and go off for a line change. Picked up now by the Rock Lobsters. Out to the near side of the neutral zone, into the Zydeco side of the ice, pickpocketed by Brody Thornton, leaving this one off for Ulbrich. Ulbrich leaving across, trying to find Matthew Gordon back in the lineup, getting it out in front to Ulbrich, and not able to shovel this one home. Out to the near side. Gordon. He'll try to turn this one in on net, and that one will be taken away. Picked up now at center ice by Brody Thornton. Thornton trying to sidestep one. There will be a penalty. So first power play drawn by the Zydeco, and last night, well, they did not have a lot of success on the man advantage. So tonight, looking to kind of make amends for that. And a good chance to make amends by getting the first goal for the third time this weekend. And off the draw, Zydeco with it to the Katola. To the right circle, a shot, and that one will get gloved down by goaltender Dion Demke, beg your pardon. And now here comes a shot from the point, giving it across. That one gets taken away as Matthew Gordon now has it to the near corner, trying to find it back to Henning, Dustin Henning. And I believe it was Gordon who lost his glove there. Has to fish back to find it behind the net. Having a little bit of trouble sashaying it into his stick, and now he's able to. Rock Lobsters play this one all the way down deep into the Baton Rouge zone. Played off now by Katola behind his own net. Katola through his own slot. Trying to turn this one around into the neutral zone. Leaving this one off for Dustin Henning. Out to the nearer side. Forcing it all the way back to the far side. And now out to the far half wall. Back out to the point. Katola with a shot, and that one gets blocked. Rock Lobsters with it. Back the other way. Into the Zydeco end. Milan has it. Shoots, and just going wide. Picked up now by Picard. And he'll smartly play this one back in his own zone, killing off even more precious power play time here for the Zydeco, where it's played off now by the Rock Lobsters from their own zone, and they'll just rifle this one all the way back down into the Zydeco side of the ice. 44 seconds left to go here in the man advantage for the Zydeco. Now here comes Baton Rouge into the Rock Lobsters zone with 10 minutes left to go here in period number 1 and 25 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Brody Thornton plays it behind his own net. And time enough for one last rush here as Dmitry Kuznetsov now has it. He'll play this one across to Wilson. Wilson looking for a centennial point. Will just try to sashay this one into the Rock Lobsters zone, but it gets picked up, cleared out, as Wilson leaves this one off for Kevin Sabat and going off for a line change himself. Here comes Kevin Sabat, full strength, power play over. Zydeco playing this one back into the neutral zone, picked up now by the Rock Lobsters, giving it across out to the left circle of the Zydeco end. Weisblatt turning this one around from the end boards, trying to get this one out in front, and that one gets saved off by Brendan Colgan. Here comes Brody Thornton back the other way. Thornton leaving this one off for Narek Alexanian. Alexanian, he'll just swish this one across out to the near boards, where it's played off now by the Zydeco from the near side, trying to get this one out in front, and that one will be played all the way back down. Out to the near side, giving it out in front, and that one will be played all the way back across. Out to the far boards, here comes Ryan Kleber. Kleber from the neutral zone trying to rifle this one on net, but that one will be played all the way back down. And all the way back across to the near side of the neutral zone. Here comes Brendan Reller with a shot from the near side of the Zydeco end. Now out to the right circle, back out to the end boards to Brendan Reller. Reller still with it, boots it out in front, and he tries to get a sneaky shot on net. But a good save by Brendan Colgan as Demke gets tripped up, and there will be a penalty here. .804 left to go here in period number 1. And now to the power play go the Rock Lobsters. Last night had a couple of power play goals, but now Zydeco trying to dial in their penalty kill and see if they can escape this thing still scoreless. It's going to be Garrett Johnson taking the seat for tripping. When we get back, a fresh power play for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Still scoreless here in Aikens Ford Arena. We'll be right back.
Seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
Welcome back here to Aikens Ford Arena. Out to the right circle, Gallant will play this one out to the blue line. Fresh power play for the Rock Lobsters. Picked up by Narek Alexanian and cleared all the way back down into the Rock Lobsters zone. Mentioned last night a couple of power play goals here for the Athens Rock Lobsters, trying to keep the good times rolling here on a power play that has not been successful over the course of the season, but during the course of this weekend has definitely had its fair share of licks. And now back the other way, here come the Rock Lobsters, giving it out in front. Gallant trying to find a friendly stick, but that one just flutters all the way past Shinkaruk's stick as he plays this one back into his own zone. Back the other way, here come the Rock Lobsters, trying to play this one back into the Zydeco end. Played off now from the end boards, winging this one around all the way back as it rolls into the Rock Lobsters side of the ice. 50 seconds left to go here on the man advantage for the Rock Lobsters. Trying to play this one back down. .20 remaining here in the man advantage for the Rock Lobsters. Out to the near side, Glukoryov from the near boards, the Zydeco end from the end boards now, pitching it out to the right circle, out to the point from the blue line, out to the left circle, top of the left circle, Greco will drop this one off to the near hash marks, out to the top of the point from the blue line, a shot, and it gets kicked away by Brendan Colgan. Out to the near side, Picard trying to play this one back for Greco. Power play is now about to be over. 3 seconds left to go. Picard leaving this one out for Johnson, out to the blue line now with a shot, and it gets trapped down by Brendan Colgan. So penalty killed here, and the Zydeco avoid catastrophe here in the first period after blanking on their first power play, being held to only 3 shots so far in the first period to the Rock Lobsters 11. Here with 6 minutes even left to go here in period number 1, and off the draws. Zydeco not able to win this one back. Rock Lobsters getting it out in front, and a good save by Brendan Colgan. Reller out to the blue line, stops up to the left circle, and a shot, and a good save by Colgan yet again. They'll try to play this one out to the corner from behind the net. Ulbrich from the near boards. Alexanian centering this one out. Played off now by Thomas McGuire. McGuire to the near boards of the Rock Lobsters zone, trying to leave this one off, and now out to the near corner from the end boards, stopping this one up. Played off now by Brendan Reller for the Rock Lobsters, leaving this one out to center ice, where it's picked up now by Reller with a shot and a good save by Colgan. Played up now by Katola. Katola from his own hash marks. He'll just loop around and wait for the line change to commence and come play down. Katola still waiting as he starts to generate the rush back either way, leaving it off for Matthew Gordon. Gordon will pitch this one all the way back across, trying to look for Elijah Wilson. And now Wilson will draw the icing. 4:55 left to go here in the first period. Still scoreless here in Aikens Ford Arena. When we get back, we'll get you the conclusion here of the opening frame of the final game here in the Athens weekend. We'll be right back right here on the Zydeco YouTube channel.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
Has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full.
Welcome back here inside Aikens Ford Arena, where it is Pucks and Paws night. A lot of canines here in the stands, and a couple of times I heard the Ring doorbell as well as traditional doorbell just to try to get some reaction from the crowd. And off the draw, Haggerty will try to play this one back as Katola turning this one around. Picking up now is Rio Namiki behind his own net. He'll swat at this one to Matthew Gordon as Gordon trying to get this one out to the blue line. That gets taken away. Glukoriov out in front as it gets ripped away by Katola. Picked up now by Namiki. Namiki back to Katola. Katola. Cross-ice pass. He'll try to play this one back. Where it's guided along here by Glukoriov. To the left circle, the Zydeco end, and a shot and a save by Brendan Colgan. And he will fall on it. 4:11 left to go here in the first period. Your score is still, well, tied up at donuts apiece. No one able to find the back of the net just yet. Shots on goal, 14 for the Rock Lobsters and 3 for the Zydeco. So they are being held to minimum shots right now. In fact, I don't think that 3 has changed for pretty much the back half of this first period. Off the draw here in the Zydeco end. Punched along out to the blue line and a shot, and that one will be played off now by Morelli. Out to the blue line now, stopped up, and a shot from the near side, and now it gets blockered away by Brendan Colgan. Out to the near corner, picked up now by Sharrock, leaving it off, taken away by Gallant. Out to the blue line with a shot again, and that one misses its target as it gets picked up now by Jake Cox, trying to spring step a rush back the other way. Picked up now by Dustin Henning, but that one will be swatted at all the way back and around, where it's played across. Out now for Brendan Colgan. Colgan behind his own net, and a lofty turnover that gets turned aside now by Jake Cox, where it's played off now by Virgili. To the far boards, trying to guide this one out to the blue line, where it's played off now by Greco. Michael Greco now has it. We'll try to turn this one back on net, where it's picked up now smartly by Colgan. trying to gallivant a rush back the other way as Alexanian turns this one over to Portillo. Getting it out in front is Brendan Reller had a swing and a miss. As it's played off now by Garcia out to the neutral zone, stopped up by Alexanian. Alexanian out to McGuire with a shot from Garcia, turning it over out to the blue line, where it gets picked up now to the near boards of the Zydeco end by the ROck Lobsters. ROck Lobsters turning this one over to Thomas McGuire. McGuire trying to leave this one out to Kuznetsov, who turns it over to Picard. As Brendan Reller giving Alexanian the business. As a shot out in front, that one will be covered by Brendan Colgan. 2:35 left to go here in the first period, and Brendan Reller really giving it to Alexanian. Seems to be a little bit of an evolution to Eric Alexanian's game. When he played in juniors, he mentioned on the coach's show that he went from being a 100-foot player from the red line to the offensive zone to a full 200-foot player, and now I'm seeing a new evolution from him being a very, I would like to say, quiet player on the ice when it comes to just the physicality side of things, to now being very vocal. He is not afraid to get into the grill of other players. .235 left to go here in period number one. And off the draw, Shane Haggerty will leave this one off for Nick Katola. Katola, he'll get this one across, trying to find Elijah Wilson. Wilson has Gordon. Wilson sticks with the puck, has it to the far boards, and he gets rubbed off the rubber, where it's played off now to the blue line. Nick Katola giving it across. Thomas McGuire, a little bit too hot to handle, has it to the near hash marks with a sharp angle shot and a good save. Puck skitters loose. Played off now by Shane Haggerty, out to the blue line, where it's played off now by Thomas McGuire. McGuire leaving it off for Haggerty. Haggerty to Wilson, trying to get this one across. Out to Gordon. Gordon from the far boards, giving it out to the blue line. Katola stops up, shoots, and a good save, and a rebound out in front, and that one gets played across by Wilson. Wilson leaving this one off. Sharp angle shot, and that gets saved by the goaltender for the ROck Lobsters, as behind the net. A lot of shoving going on. Glukoryov in the middle of the fray, as well as Shinkaruk. And for the two Zydeco, you have Shane Haggerty and Thomas McGuire. So a lot of chippiness here inside Aikens Ford Arena. And perhaps the three-game stint here is starting to bleed its effects here into the players. Once you get to know the guys, and once you get to know each other, sometimes bad blood seems to boil over in the most innocuous times. And off the draw, Zydeco will try to play this one back down into the end boards. And now the ROck Lobsters were able to skitter this one all the way back into the Zydeco side of the ice, where it's played off now by the ROck Lobsters. Out to the far side, where it's gobbled up here by Brendan Colgan. .125 left to go here in period number one. Jake Cox will settle in to take the draw. He'll be facing off against Malik Johnson. I was talking with a lot of the guys at breakfast, and they mentioned how much they respect Malik Johnson as a player. Just showing that he is a very true-hearted hockey player, really respects the love of the game, and will always try to just kind of like uphold that sentiment of sportsmanship, as Rio Namiki now has it through center ice, leaving this one out to the far boards, to the left circle with a shot, and that one gets blocked out to the side. Picked up now, out to the near side. Turning this one around, and a big heavy hit throw, no call. Where it gets picked up now by Brody Thornton. Thornton trying to sashay this one to the blue line, but a little bit too far out of reach as Brandon Cox leaving this one out to Scott Schrock. Schrock with it, he gets taken down, and there will be a penalty. They're saying, nope, nope, you're not going to talk your way out of this one. Head off to the dog pound. "44 seconds left to go, and probably just what the doctor ordered here. Power play and a chance to get some sustained offensive zone time, as just judging by the beatiness of the ice, definitely one side of the ice is more chewed up than the other. Shots on goal, 16 for the Rock Lobsters and 5 for the Zydeco. Off the draw here in the Athens zone. Stopped up now by Brody Thornton. Out to the blue line, turning it over, back the other way. Here comes Garrett Milan. Milan with a rush back the other way, short-handed with a shot, and he gets taken down, no goal. The puck did slide into the net after Garrett Milan gets tripped up. And Garrett Milan is hot. He is hot trying to plead his case here. Trying to see what this is going to entail. I know one of the Zydeco going to the box, that is Elijah Wilson. That is a tripping call, no doubt. See, this is where I would really like a rules analyst up in the booth, because that trip led the puck to go in on net, but because the goaltender was bumped, had no chance to save it. So obviously the puck going in would just be incidental contact on the goalie side. But my question would be, would that be saddled for an extra penalty for delay of game? I've seen it once or twice before where a trip would push off the goal mouth. They would push off the net from the stanchions. And this going a couple years ago, it was the 2012 Western Conference Final between the Arizona Coyotes and the Los Angeles Kings, where Shane Doan was pushed into the metal frame of the goal. And because the net was pushed off its moorings, not only was it roughing, but there was an extra penalty thrown in for delay of game. So I'm wondering if that's what they're deliberating about. Right now I'm seeing 4 skaters aside, four skaters aside, and it's going to be for another minute 47. And after that, it's going to be an abridged power play for the Rock Lobsters. Referee still deliberating with Brendan Colgan, who is not too happy with the call. Perhaps wanted a little bit of a roughing call on the Rock Lobsters. But when I was watching the rush back the other way, it was a clear-cut trip that led to the Rock Lobsters heading into the net. So I don't think there would be an extra roughing penalty against the Rock Lobsters, because they had no control pretty much of their own body because of the trip that Elijah Wilson put on. Head coach Everett Thompson doesn't like the explanation. And anytime you have your guy going into the bench, I suspect that you're really not going to like anything that the referee has to say. But nonetheless, we are all settled, and we will resume play here off the draw. Rock Lobsters with it in the Zydeco end, trying to twist this one around. Out to Garrett Milan. Milan out to Robertson, near side. He'll swish this one around the boards, where it's played off now to the far side. Rock Lobsters with possession to the right circle, stopping this one up, leaving this one right behind the net. Shinkarik now has it. Shinkarik out to the blue line, stops up, settles up, shoots, and that one gets blocked out by Matthew Gordon. But that one will be that as the Zydeco kill off the rest of this period. Still scoreless, but shots on goal tell a totally different story. 16 for the ROck Lobsters and 5 for the Zydeco. And we have a 4-on-4 for another minute 16 before we head on to a Wilson Warehouse penalty kill for the Zydeco for another 15 seconds. We'll take a break momentarily, but before I do, I want to make an announcement. Make sure you're putting in the chat where you're watching from, and we will get you for the roll call. And I'm going to make a hard rule. We're doing it right after the commercial break here. It's going to be a little bit of a lengthy break. Need to set some things up thanks to the technical difficulties, so you have a little bit more time. Put in where you're from, and it's going to be a hard stop. As soon as I go live with a roll call, and as soon as the roll call completes, that is it. So I apologize if I miss you on this one, but make sure you're putting it on for the roll call. Still scoreless here in Athens Ford Arena. We'll be right back to you right after this.
Corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap.
And yes, I am keeping this live just because I want everybody to have a little bit of good things happen in their life right now. And who doesn't like dogs? So enjoy this Paws in the Park event here at Athens Ford Arena. And look at him go! The little weenie with the full head of steam will go and win it! That race was not even close. The short-haired weenie darting from one side 200 feet. And with his little legs, probably felt like 400. And the other dogs just happy to be there. And of course the husky trying to meet everybody and talk to them. My biggest weakness are dogs, so I apologize. Just wanted to keep this and just give you guys a little bit of smiles for your Sunday. Excellent race, good race, clean race. We'll be right back here at Athens Ford Arena.
Montes.com, 225-751-7665.
Does he think he's better than us? We'll find out. Think you're better than us with that fancy stick work, huh? Buddy, watch this. Yeah, you got good hands. Well, watch this. Let's get out of here, MJ.
Hey, I'm Dr. Donald. Scott. Come on in, Scott. Thanks.
Scott, you ready? All right, you can have a seat right here.
All right, Scott. We're going to get you all fixed up today, okay?
A few moments later.
All right, Scott. Good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Donald.
You're welcome. Welcome to Advanced Dental Care, official dentist of the Zydeco hockey team. Whether you're a hockey player or not, we can give you the perfect smile.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
You are so beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client, what do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
Looking for the ultimate game?
Welcome back here inside Aikens Ford Arena, where it is still scoreless. Now let's get you the first period roll call. Make sure you guys put everything in chat, because we want to know where you are watching from. First off, Gary Johnson. Gary and Don Johnson watching from Sunnyside, San Diego. Next up, we have Ashley Rogers from Topeka, Kansas. Beth, Dwayne, and Sparky from Watson. Brian and Brittany. Lanceau, Gulfport, Mississippi. Bob from Center Line. Go Haggerty. Gary Johnson, again saying from Southern Side, California. April Zelfin from Baton Rouge. Lauren Rose from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Kevin Haggerty from Sterling Heights, Michigan. Susie, Don, and Stetson saying hi to all back in Baton Rouge from the arena here in Athens. Joe watching in Baton Rouge. Marlene Keldon from San Diego, or South Dakota. That's also the it's like Los Angeles is LA and Louisiana is LA. South Dakota is SD and San Diego is SD. So Richard Flores watching from beautiful Los Angeles, California. Zyde Swats at an undisclosed location. Go Zydeco. The Catolas cheering on from Washington. Claire watching from New Orleans. Zyde Swats at an undisclosed location. Glinda and her dogs in Walker, Louisiana. You should have come up here. It's Paws and Pucks. You could have had them running up on the ice. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the show. Julian Lenning-Siholic watching from Orchard Park, New York, in Buffalo. Go Zydeco. It is pretty cold in there. Turk Tommy, boy out in Plaquemine. Thank you for the phonetics. That was great of you. Thank you. Captain Chaos holding down the recliner in Watson. Tom Haggerty from Rockford, Michigan. Trey Burgess from Planet Ice in Lafayette. Yeah, that's how I know, because the boys practice there. Glenn from Walker, Louisiana. The Broussard from Lafayette, Louisiana. Judd and Christine from Napleton, Louisiana. Vascosis, Ashley Vascosis, at Planet Ice in Lafayette. Dan Haggerty in Warren, Michigan. Miller Kleber from Chaska, Minnesota. And Ashley Rogers saying, go Zydeco. Glad you all can tune in here. When we get back, we'll get you the out-of-town scoreboard before we get it's going to be a very uneventful period recap. So I will actually get you a recap of what happened last night. So we'll get back to you right here on the Zydeco YouTube channel.
Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
For over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
Welcome back here inside the beautiful Aikens Ford Arena here in Athens, Georgia. Let's get you the out-of-town scoreboard. Starting off with the FPHL. We only have 3 games being played today, so pretty easy and light on that aspect. The Watertown Wolves have a 1-0 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves. And later on tonight at 4:30 Eastern, the HC Venom will be taking on the Danbury Hat Trick. Now moving on here to the NHL out-of-town scoreboard. The Colorado Avalanche in the third period have a 2-0 lead against the Philadelphia Flyers. And heading into the second period, the Montreal Canadiens blanking the Ducks 2-0. That one's being played in the puck in the Duck Pond. Later on tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern for all 3 of these games, the Florida Panthers will take on the New York Islanders. The New York Rangers playing host to the Vegas Golden Knights at MSG Arena. The Dallas Stars playing host to the Columbus Blue Jackets. And at 7 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be the Utah Hockey Club taking on the St. Louis Blues. At 8 p.m. Eastern, the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Detroit Red Wings. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Seattle Kraken will play host to the Calgary Flames. And final score already here in the game docket today, the Buffalo Sabres taking down the New Jersey Devils. When we get back, we will get you a period recap, as well as highlights of last night's game. Stick with us right here on the Zydeco YouTube channel.
Nobody knows just when. If you don't have a plan or you don't understand how or where to begin, at church funeral services, we'll handle it all with care and passion. Church funeral services.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
Has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, man. Cheap.
Welcome back here inside Athens Ford Arena, where it is still scoreless between the ROck Lobsters and the Zydeco. Last night, it was, I would say, an eventful night. Starting off strong for the Zydeco. For the first 20 minutes, they led, but in the second period, well, that's when things kind of got a little interesting. This is what happened last night in Athens Ford Arena. Starting off, Elijah Wilson was able to net his 99th point of his FPHL career, making it a quick 1-0 score for the Zydeco. And later on, it would be not until the second period when the ROck Lobsters would retaliate. In the second, it was Garrett Milan able to find the goal for the Lobsters. Now for the Lobsters, they'll play this one down, and on the power play, able to find the back of the net yet again, making it 2-1 for Kyson Galai. That would not stand as Scott Chirac would find the equalizer, netting this thing up at 2. But in the third period, it would be all Athens, starting off with Philip Virgili netting one home, making it 3-2 on the power play. That one just happened little over 2 minutes into period number 3. Danil Glukoryev would find yet another goal to make it 4-2 for Athens. That one in just 5 minutes into period number 3. Later on from there at 12:50, Glukoryev would again find the back of the net after a sneaky looking play from behind the net, and a lofty kind of turnover just gets swatted on and goes to the back of the net. At first, the officials were kind of confused, thinking, what the heck just happened? Not sure if that went in, but they found the puck in the back of the net after doing a little bit of fishing, and sure shooting was 5-2 for the ROck Lobsters. And finally, Philip Virgili would find the back of the net after a squeaking play would just go under the pad of Brendan Colgan. So, tonight, the Zydeco trying to rebound the first 20 minutes. Not exactly eventful, still scoreless, but we will head on to period number 2 right now as we head down to the ice. Face-off between Scott Sharrock and number 17, Philip Virgili. Drop of the puck, and we are underway in the middle frame here in the final weekend game here in Athens, Georgia, between the Zydeco and the ROck Lobsters. Here comes Gallant in on goal with a shot and a good blockered save by Brendan Colgan. They'll play this one back to Kevin Saban. Saban trying to play this one back down, and that one will be wrapped around where it's played off now by Nick Katola. Katola into his own zone. 45 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4 with a shot on net and a good save by Dominic Demke. And we'll have a stoppage here. So they'll get a face-off here inside the ROck Lobsters zone. Now off the draw, Zydeco. They'll try to play this one back from the neutral zone, and they'll get this one into the ROck Lobsters side of the ice. Now back up the other way, through center ice, into the Zydeco end, 2-on-1, giving it across to the left circle, and a shot, and that one gets darted high and wide. Picked up now by Rio Namiki, trying to spring step Thornton, as that one gets tipped all the way back down, hitting the side of the net for an icing. So a fortunate play for the Zydeco, as a 2-on-1 was completely nullified. So far in his career, goaltender Dominic Rodriguez for the Athens ROck Lobsters was signed to the team after a move on from Jack Bosted when he moved to the Petrora Rivermen. He played 4 years at D3 University at Charleston University. Now off the draw, Zydeco trying to clear this one, held in at the blue line by the ROck Lobsters. They'll fish this one across out to the end boards, and now from the near side of the neutral zone, picked up out to center ice, back either way. Here comes Kolakarsi with a shot, and that one goes high, wide, and across into the neutral zone. Played off now from center ice. Stopping this one up, here comes Shinkaruk. Shinkaruk with a shot, and that one gets kicked out by Brendan Colgan. Back the other way. Here comes the Zydeco with a chance and a stretch pass. Back the other way as Elijah Wilson has it. Ripping this one around the boards. Poke checked aside. Stopped up by Namiki. Giving it across to Wilson. Wilson, cross-ice pass. Saucering it down to Brody Thornton as Dustin Henning giving it across to Thornton. Centering it out in front to Namiki. Stopped up. Sharrock now has it. Top of the right circle with a shot, and that one gets blocked out to the corner. Dustin Henning now has it. He'll play this one back out to the blue line as Scott Sharrock trying to find Matthew Gordon. Gordon back to, I believe that is Jake Cox. Out to Dustin Henning, to the right circle to Namiki. Namiki a shot, tipped on goal, and a good save, and a rebound out in front, turning it around, and a shot again. Third try, and that one goes high and wide. Picked up now by Johnson. Out to the end boards. Scott Sharrock trying to get this one out in front, but that one will be played and called dead. So a very fun tidbit, and this going to the credit of Kendall Knaps. Kuznetsov played his 200th pro game in America on Friday night. Dmitry Kuznetsov is one guy who is a complete down-to-earth individual. Having talked with him this morning, he was not concerned about his head. He was more concerned about the concern that he caused when he was going off the ice. And that's when he told me, he's like, if you could just make mention on air that I am doing just fine. You know, last night it looked bad, but it really wasn't. So, Dmitry Kuznetsov, very humble human being. As Gallant has it to the left circle and a shot and a good save. And that one gets kicked aside out to the far boards where it's picked up by Kuznetsov. Speak of the devil. We'll send this one all the way back down as Narek Alexanian trying to force the play. Out in front and a shot, and that just goes wide. Picked up to the blue line. Nick Katola going around the boards. trying to play this one out to the side. Full strength. Power play over for the Rock Lobsters. They'll play this one out to the slot into the Zydeco end where the puck will bounce on a couple of players, picked up now by Matthew Gordon. Gordon into the neutral zone. They'll play this one into the Rock Lobsters side of the ice. Gordon trying to get this one out in front, but that one will be played across out by Reller. Reller. He'll just lead this one into the Zydeco end. Played off now by Wilson. Wilson has it down low. Reller centering it out in front, and that shot going high and wide. And now back of the way. Here come the Zydeco trying to gallivant and rush back the other way as it gets played across out in front of the bench of the Zydeco. And Matthew Gordon really giving to him. Gordon and Garcia were going at it. So it looks like they're going to be getting both Gordon and Garcia. So we may have another 4-on-4 conniption. Trying to see where the skaters lie here with 15:50 left to go here in the second period. And it looks like I see 4 Zydeco and 5 Lobsters. And now it looks like '61 Dion Demke will head over the board, so now we will skate 4 aside for 2 minutes. Now off the draw, Zydeco trying to win this one out in front into the Rock Lobsters zone. Now back of the way, here comes Brendan Reller. Reller out to the slot, trying to get this one out in front. That one gets taken away. Picked up now by the Zydeco. They'll play this one all the way back down. Scott Chirac as he gets this one taken away by Michael Greco. Greco leaving it to Reller. Reller has the puck, and he'll just sachet this one back to Greco to the end boards of the Lobsters zone. He has this behind his own net. Greco going one way, faking the other, trying to quarterback a rush here on this 4-on-4. A little extra ice to skate with as Michael Greco trying to play a little cat and mouse here with Tyler Larwood. Back the other way, here come the Rock Lobsters. Playing this one across is Milan. He'll pitch this one across to Kolikarsi, and it gets played back into the near boards. Orca Weisblatt out to Kolikarsi. Now out to the end boards. Weisblatt stops up to the left circle and a shot and a good save. Kolikarsi trying to keep this one across out to the far corner. Kolikarsi with it to the center. Shot! And that one will be played off from the end boards, as it looks like there will be a stoppage of play and a call behind the play. So nothing coming, I believe, on the penalty mark, but that'll bring us to our first media timeout. And before we go, we would be honored to thank some of our sponsors who are always taking care of us here in the Zydeco. Thank you to Bad Boy Bail Bonds, Geico, LaBerge Casino and Hotel, Mealy Printing, Gulf Coast Office, Tracy Furlow Agency, Tanger Factory Outlet, Frankie's Doghouse, Will Scott, Go Bearded, GEO Heat, Church Funeral Home, Visit Baton Rouge, local bar and kitchen, WBRZ, Wilson Warehouse, and Mid-City Tower for all of your contribution here for the Baton Rouge Zydeco. We'll get back to you 0-0 here at Aikens Ford Arena with 14:25 left to go. Stick with us.
225-751-7665.
Does he think he's better than us? We'll find out. Think you're better than us with that fancy stick work, huh? Buddy, watch this. Yeah, you got good hands. But watch this. Let's get out of here, MJ.
Hey, I'm Dr. Donald. Scott. Come on in, Scott.
Thanks.
Welcome back here inside Atkins Ford Arena, where your score still is scoreless. Nearing the halfway mark of the game. Back of the way, here come the Zydeco. Out to the far side. Dropping this one off is Kevin Sabat. Out in front, a shot and a good save. And the puck squirts loose. And that one will be covered by Dominic Rodriguez. .14:06 now remaining. And that, I believe, will be the 10th shot here for the Zydeco. So far in the second period, your shot total is 20 for the Rock Lobsters and 9 for the Zydeco. Scott Chirac will glide in to take the draw here to the right circle and off the draw. Larwood trying to get this one back out for the near side. That one will be played off now by Weisblatt. Back to Milan. Milan dropping this one off to Shinkaruk. Pitching it across. Now here come the Rock Lobsters into the Zydeco end. From the right circle and a shot that gets darted high and wide. Picked up now by the Rock Lobsters, Riley Robertson, but that one gets tipped up and out of play, so we will get a stoppage. We're going to face off here inside the Zydeco end. As Scott Chirac will glide in and take the draw against Garrett Milan. Wilson leaving this one off for Tyler Larwood. Larwood out to the near side where it's played off now by Nick Katola. And now they'll wing this one around the boards where it's stopped up by Rodriguez, leaving it off for Michael Greco. Greco to the near side. Punched along by Cox, held in by Katola. Out to the near side, Weisblatt giving it across to Milan. 2-on-1 developing if they hurry. Milan to the right circle and a shot and a good blockered save by Brendan Colgan. .13:06 left to go here in the second period, and your score is still scoreless. Shots on goal, 21 for the Rock Lobsters and 9 for the Zydeco. And off the draw, out in front, right off the face-off, and the Rock Lobsters score. 1-0 your score now right off the face-off, and just like that, the Zydeco find themselves down again. But for the first time this weekend, it has been the ROck Lobsters who scored first. So Malik Johnson getting credit for the goal, earning his 6th goal of the campaign, 17th of the season, and he makes it 1-0 here for the ROck Lobsters. And off the draw, ROck Lobsters with possession back in their own zone. Garrett Johnson through center ice. They'll guide this one across out to the near boards. Dropped off, trying to find it back to Rio Namiki. That gets taken away. ROck Lobsters centering it out in front to the left circle, and a shot. And that one gets darted high and wide. Michael Greco now has it to the right circle. Stops up, twisting it around. Has it to the near boards. Trying to guide this one across out to Narek Alexanian. Alexanian turning this one over to Michael Greco. And that one gets taken away as Malik Johnson trying to look out to the blue line. That gets intercepted by Matthew Gordon, as Gordon will get this one deep into the ROck Lobsters zone. Back of the way, ROck Lobsters into the Zydeco side of the ice to the right circle. Stops up, shoots, and a good save by Brendan Colgan. Out to the near side, trying to play this one back out in front. That gets stopped up to the blue line. Morelli has it, centers it, not able to go, and it gets stopped up now by Jake Cox. Cox, back of the way, here come the Zydeco with a chance to the left circle and a shot, and he hits the iron! Tyler Larwood darted one right past the goaltender, but hits the post. Inches from tying the game. Instead, we will skate aside. Still 1-0 Lobsters. Shane Haggerty will glide in to take the draw. And they'll play this one back into the neutral zone. Rodriguez now has it. Out to Garcia. And now Portillo. We'll try to play this one back as Ulbrich will leave this one back out to McGuire. McGuire centering this one out, and now Ulbrich trying to look for his first goal of his FPHL career. Ulbrich turning it over. Here comes Elijah Wilson with a shot, and it gets saved by Rodriguez. Kuznetsov glides in with Kevin Sabad and Narek Alexanian. To their back, it's going to be Rio Namiki and Brody Thornton. Off the draw with a shot from the blue line. That one will skitter its way right next to the net, where it's played off now by Kevin Sabad. Sabad trying to turn this one around. That gets taken away by the ROck Lobsters. Back of the way, here comes Shinkaruk, and they'll lift this one all the way back into the end boards, where it's played off now by Rio Namiki. Out to Thornton. And now back of the way, here comes Kevin Sabad. Sabad trying to play this one back down, but that one will get intercepted by Shinkaruk, leaving this one back out for Glukoryov. Out to the left circle, here to the near side with a shot on goal, and a good save by Brendan Colgan. Stopped up and cleared all the way back as the Lobsters now have it. Back in their own zone. Shinkaruk trying to get this one out to center ice. Now out to the near boards, from the end boards. Stopping this one up. Out to the near side, left circle, right circle. Now out to the left circle, where it's sashayed by Michael Greco. From the far hash marks. They'll guide this one about, and now it gets picked up by Brody Thornton. Thornton. Now out to center ice, where it's played off now. Thornton with a sharp angled shot and a good save. Back the other way, Robertson leaving this one off for Weisblatt. Weisblatt winging this one around the zone for the Zydeco. Picked up now to the blue line, and a shot from the Zydeco blue line. Lobsters not able to get this one back. A small correction here yet again. I beg your pardon. 96 is not Dustin Henning, as a shot gets saved and a rebound out in front, not able to find it. Out to the right circle. Now out to the blue line with a shot and a good save again by Brendan Colgan. Colgan trying to guide this one back out in front. That will be played all the way back as Jake Cox now has it. Cox from the far boards, turning this one around. Out and back, Scott Chirac with a sharp angled chance, trying to get this one out in front as Michael Greco now has it. Greco. Near side of the Zydeco end, trying to twist this one around as it's played off now by Wilson. Wilson trying to leave this one out for Chirac. Chirac. That gets taken away by the ROck Lobsters. And now it gets intercepted. Kolakarsi. Now to the near side. Now it gets taken away by Katola. Into the Zydeco end. 8:38 left to go here in period number 2. As Weisblatt giving it across out to the left circle, chopped up, and there will be a delayed penalty here on the Zydeco. Looks like it's going to be interference, the call, and the guilty party will be Matthew Gordon. When we get back, we'll have a fresh power play for the ROck Lobsters with 8:23 left to go in the second. 1-0 your score here for the Athens ROck Lobsters here in Aikens Ford Arena.
Scott, you ready? All right, you can have a seat right here.
All right, Scott. We're going to get you all fixed up today, okay?
A few moments later.
All right, Scott. Good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Donald.
You're welcome. Welcome to Advanced Dental Care, official dentist of the Zydeco hockey team. Whether you're a hockey player or not, we can give you the perfect smile.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
You are so beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at.
Welcome back here to Atkins Ford Arena. Fresh power play for the ROck Lobsters as that shot goes high and wide off the glass. Where it's played off now by the ROck Lobsters. Virgili from behind the Zydeco net. They'll pitch this one across out to the blue line. And now out to the left circle with a shot, save, rebound out in front, not able to find it as Brendan Colgan will fall on it. And all hell breaks loose right behind the net. Everybody grabbing a dance partner. And Weisblatt takes him down. Thomas McGuire was the person who got grappled. So McGuire heading to the sin bin, as well as Weisblatt. So both of them will go for roughing. Interesting to note if it's going to be a 4-on-3 or a 5-on-4. Looks like we're going to be skating 5-on-4 with 7:54 remaining. So the power play stands for the Rock Lobsters with another minute 32 left to go, as the referee, with a little bit of super glue on his fingers, finally able to drop the puck. Now out to the far boards, trying to guide this one out to the left circle. Stops up and centers, and that one gets pitchforked along. Now out to the near side. Garrett Milan now has it. Right back down low from behind the goal line. They'll skate this one out to the right circle. Stopping this one out and trying to get this one out in front, and that one will be taken away, where it's played off now by the Rock Lobsters. Sharrock. They'll try to play this one back to Rio Namiki. That one gets taken away by the Rock Lobsters. They'll guide this one around out to the blue line. Stopped up now to the top of the point. That one gets taken away. And now back in the way. Here comes Scott Sharrock on a clear-cut breakaway. Dinks, and he gets robbed right on the goal mouth. Here comes Garrett Milan. Back of the way for the Rock Lobsters. Dropping this one off to the blue line. They'll guide this one across out to the right circle. From the right circle to the point. Getting it out in front and a shot. And that one gets saved. Now back the other way. Here comes Nick Katola. Katola to the slot with a shot. And that one will go to the back of the net. Puck squirts loose as Shinkaruk will play this one behind his own side. 10 seconds left to go here on the man advantage for the Rock Lobsters. Rock Lobsters into the Zydeco end. Stopping this one up to the point. Shoveling this one back out to the blue line with a shot, and that one will be played out to the near corner. Matthew Gordon back the other way. Here comes Elijah Wilson. Wilson turn this one around to Rodriguez as the Rock Lobsters now have it. Now out to Picard. Picard to the right circle and a shot and a good save. Picked up now by the Zydeco, dropped off, intercepted as the Rock Lobsters now have it. Rock Lobsters with a shot, good save. Ryan Kleber trying to make himself a nuisance, where it gets played across out to the near boards. Now out to the blue line, stops up, shoots, and that one gets blockered out of way. And it looks like, oh no, he was just playing the DE zone. It looked like Kevin Sabad was favoring his wrist, but he's just there patrolling, and that is exactly why. Comes in to intercept the puck and clear it all the way back down, but for an icing. 5:16 left to go here in the second period. 1-0 your score here for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Shots on goal, 33 for the Rock Lobsters and 13 for the Zydeco. So we'll get a face-off here to the far side of the Zydeco end. And off the draw. They'll try to get this one out in front. That shot just gets darted wide. And now out to the blue line. They'll try to guide this one out in front. That gets taken away. Kevin Sabad. Sabad now has it from his own zone. And he'll trickle this one out to the near boards of the neutral zone. Stopped up now by Russell. as that one gets intercepted. Kevin Sabad trying to regain possession here at the blue line. Stops up, out to Ulbrich with a shot, and that one gets saved. And a centering pass out to the slot, and that one gets shot high and wide by Dmitry Kuznetsov. So with 4:40 left to go here in period number 2, we will step aside here in Athens Ford Arena, where your score is 1-0 Lobsters with 4:40 left to go in the second. We'll be right back.
The documentation from the beginning, getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Welcome back here inside Athens Ford Arena, where your score is 1-0 for the Athens ROck Lobsters. A shot on goal going wide of the net, where it's picked up now by Rio Namiki. Out to the near side, Dmitry Kuznetsov will glide this one across out to the far boards, where it's played off now by Robertson. Robertson leaving this one off for Weisblatt. Picked up now by Brody Thornton. Thornton will try to play this one out to the end boards, where a centering pass will be taken away. Rio Namiki giving it across to Jake Cox, and a shot, and that one will be played by the ROck Lobsters. Back of the way, centering it out, and a breakaway here for the Lobsters. Has it, Deeks, and a good save by Colgan. Out in front, and another shot, and another good save by Colgan. From the far side, now out to the end boards, centering, and that one will be blocked away as Kuznetsov gives this one across, trying to find Jake Cox in stride, but that one will be taken away by Glukorov. Brendan Colgan out to the near boards, where it's played off now by Russell. Russell out now to the top of the right circle. We'll try to stop this one up. And now turning this one aside, out to the near boards, where it's picked up, cleared out, as Michael Greco now has it. Russell will give this one across, out to Nick Katola, with 3 minutes left to go here in period number 2. I'll just try to salivate a rush here. Now off the glass in the near boards of the neutral zone. ROck Lobsters will just hacky sack this one back into the Zydeco side of the ice. Stopped up, now out to the near boards. Poke checked aside as the puck just rolls its way into the neutral zone, where a little dump and change happens here for the ROck Lobsters. Here comes a stretch pass here for the Zydeco. That one a little bit too far, a little bit too much heat on it, as that one will just fall to the wayside. 2:32 left to go here in period number 2, and your score is 1-0 for the Athens ROck Lobsters. We're going to face off here to the far left circle of the Zydeco lane. On the backhand, Brendan Reller drops it off to the blue line, and a shot hits the post. Goes underneath the pad of Brendan Colgan off the pipe, as Kolakarsi will side this one across, trying to find it out to Picard. Out to the near boards, blocked out in front. Kolakarsi out to Picard from the end boards, stopped up from Brody Thornton. He'll try to lead this one off from Kevin Sabad. Now out to the near side, stopped up to the blue light, trying to get this one out in front, and a shot just going wide, where it's picked up now by the Zydeco. Here come the Zydeco from the near side, right in front of the scorekeeper's bench. Picked up now by Tyler Larwood. Larwood now out to center ice. Here comes Kevin Sabad. Sabad now. He'll play this one back down. Sabad from the end boards, trying to center this one out. That gets taken away by the Lobsters. Intercepted now by Matthew Gordon. Gordon trying to pitchfork this one into the near corner, where it's picked up now by Thomas McGuire. McGuire into the neutral zone, leaving it off for Haggerty. Haggerty now has it on a delayed offsides, as not going to be able to touch it, but they do, so we'll get a face-off right outside of the Zydeco, or beg your pardon, the Rock Lobsters end. One nothing your score here for the Lobsters. Shots on goal 35 to 15 in favor of Athens. And off the draw, Zydeco with possession. Elijah Wilson has it to the right circle, getting it out in front, not able to find it. As a shot gets blocked, that gets taken away. Here comes Weisblatt. Weisblatt, 3-on-2 if they hurry. 1 minute left to go. Centering it out in front, and a good save by Colgan. Picked up now by Haggerty. Haggerty has Thomas McGuire, as Rodriguez will just clear this one himself. Out to center ice. Rio Namiki now has it. Namiki trying to guide this one back into the Rock Lobsters end. Shinkaruk now has it. Fans on a pass, as they gets picked up now by Robertson. Robertson trying to play this one out to the near boards. Larwood. Larwood will send this one across out to the far corner, where it's picked up now by Shinkaruk. Shinkaruk back of the way. 3-on-2 clear cut if they hurry. Out to the left circle of the Zydeco end with a shot, and that one will be blocked up and out of play with 16 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Shots on goal now for the Rock Lobsters, 36 to 16 in favor of Athens, and the score is 1-0 Rock Lobsters. Off the draw, Shane Haggerty trying to win this one back. Instead, he'll go forward. Elijah Wilson will punch this one along, trying to find this one out to the near boards, where it's stopped up now by Johnson, as Rio Namiki trying to get this one across. Out in front to the net, and a shot just going wide, and it will be a penalty interference to call. So a fresh power play for the Rock Lobsters when we get back for the third period. So 1-0 your score here after 40 minutes. Here in the second period, shots on goal, 36 for the Rock Lobsters, 16 for the Baton Rouge Zydeco. When we get back, we'll get you the out-of-town scoreboard as well as a period recap. Don't go away. Stick with us right here on the Zydeco YouTube channel.
For over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
Has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com, 225-751-7665.
Does he think he's better than us? We'll find out. Think you're better than us with that fancy stick work, huh? Buddy, watch this. Yeah, you got good hands. But watch this. Let's get out of here, MJ.
Hey, I'm Dr. Donald. Scott. Come on in, Scott. Thanks.
Scott, you ready? All right, you can have a seat right here.
All right, Scott. We're going to get you all fixed up today, okay?
A few moments later.
All right, Scott. Good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Donald.
You're welcome. Welcome to Advanced Dental Care, official dentist of the Zydeco hockey team. Whether you're a hockey player or not, we can give you the perfect smile.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
So beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
Y'all know what's coming, but nobody knows just when. If you don't have a plan or you don't understand how or where to begin, at church funeral services, we'll handle it all with care. Church funeral services.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
Has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com, 225-751-7665.
Does he think he's better than us? We'll find out. Think you're better than us with that fancy stick work, huh? Buddy, watch this. Yeah, you got good hands. But watch this. Let's get out of here, MJ.
Hey, I'm Dr. Donald.
Scott.
Come on in, Scott.
Thanks.
Scott, you ready? All right, you can have a seat right here.
All right, Scott. We're going to get you all fixed up today, okay?
A few moments later.
All right, Scott. Good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Donald.
You're welcome. Welcome to Advanced Dental Care, official dentist of the Zydeco hockey team. Whether you're a hockey player or not, we can give you the perfect smile.
At Don's Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don's Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
So beautiful.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Welcome back here inside Atkins Ford Arena, where the score stands at 1-0 for the Athens ROck Lobsters. Let's get you a look at our out-of-town scoreboard here in the FPHL. Starting off in the FP, the Watertown Wolves have a 3-2 slim lead over the Mississippi Sea Wolves, and the Danbury Hat-Trick have a slim 4-2 lead against the HC Venom, both in the second period. Moving on here to the NHL out-of-town scoreboard. The Anaheim Ducks and the Montreal Canadiens are both tied at 2 apiece. And later on tonight, at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 games will be played between the Florida Panthers and the New York Islanders, New York Rangers taking on the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Dallas Stars taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Utah Hockey Club will be taking on the St. Louis Blues at 7 p.m. Eastern, and the Vancouver Canucks will take on the Detroit Red Wings at 8 p.m. Eastern. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Seattle Kraken will play host to the Calgary Flames. Final scores from around the NHL. The Buffalo Sabres have a 4-3 win over the New Jersey Devils in regulation, and the Colorado Avalanche have a 2-0 win over the Philadelphia Flyers. When we get back, we'll recap what happened in period number 2. Stick with us.
For over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
Welcome back here inside Athens Ford Arena here in Athens, Georgia, where the score is 1-0 currently for the Athens ROck Lobsters. Only goal scored here so far in the game was thanks to a face-off goal from Malik Johnson, who got the puck in front of the net and was able to bat it home. That one going to the assist of Kyle Russell at 7:01 in the second period. In the second period, the shot totals were 19 for the Athens ROck Lobsters and 12 for the Baton Rouge Zydeco. So they tightened it up from the 16-5 shot total in the first period, but the total shot is 35-17 heading into period number 3. Speaking of, to the feet come the Athens Ford Arena faithful, because to the ice come the ROck Lobsters. We'll get back to you for Drop of the Puck right after this.
All know what's coming, but nobody knows just when. If you don't have a plan or you don't understand how or where to begin, at church funeral services, we'll handle it all with care, passion. Church funeral services.
Welcome back here inside Athens Ford Arena, where it is a 1-0 slim lead for the Athens ROck Lobsters as they try to take a 3-game sweep against these Baton Rouge Zydeco. But with something to say about that are the top point press for the Zydeco. Drop of the puck, and Shane Haggerty out to take the draw, and we are underway as Elijah Wilson now has it to the left circle with a shot, and that one gets blocked out in front. And a rebound will be played back out to the blue line. Gordon pitching it across to Wilson. Back down low to the end boards of the Lobster zone. Back to Wilson to the hash marks. Far side of the left circle. Getting this one back down low. Power play here for the Baton Rouge Zydeco. They'll play this one back down into the slot, and a shot, and that one will be played off now by Shane Haggerty. Out to the near side. Elijah Wilson dropping this one off. Out to Malvin Gordon with a shot, and that one gets blocked out to the near corner where it's played off now to the blue line. Here comes Brody Thornton. Thornton out to the near boards. To the right circle, and a shot trying to sneak it top door, and that one gets blocked out away. Here comes Matthew Gordon. Out to Wilson. Back to Gordon. Gordon from the far corner, from the end boards, trying to wrap this one around, and a shot hitting the outside of the cage, and a rebound, and that puck just flutters into the end boards and cleared by the Lobsters. 18:52 left to go here in period number 3. Another 46 seconds left to go on this man advantage for the Zydeco. And now here comes Scott Sharrock. Sharrock out to the left circle, trying to guide this one around, getting it across, and a shot from Kuznetsov, going high and wide, or low and wide I should have said. Out to the near corner where it's stopped up by Kevin Sabad, and he hits the outside of the cage. Picked up now by Sharrock, top of the left circle with a shot, and that one will just skitter all the way back down after being blocked. 16 seconds left to go here on the man advantage for the Zydeco. As Kevin Sabad now has it into the Lobster zone from the left circle, trying to guide this one across, out to the end board, stopped up and cleared all the way back down. No icing since this is still on the penalty kill, but now the power play is over. Got a couple good looks on the power play, and I think that power play not really, of course you want to score on it, but just to put a positive spin to this, it's more about setting the tempo and setting the tone here for the third period, as right now you're just trying to fish for anything as the ROck Lobsters get this one out in front to Brendan Riller, giving it across, and a shot, and a good save by Brendan Colgan. Kuznetsov sidesteps a hit, leaving this one off for Jake Cox, as that one gets chased down by Brody Thornton and called for an icing. 17:21 left to go here in period number 3. Brendan Colgan standing strong. As he faced a couple of grade A chances here so far in the game. Shots on goal now 35 for the ROck Lobsters and 19 for the Zydeco. 1-0 your score here for the Athens ROck Lobsters. Off the draw, Cox not able to win this one back, and a shot and a good block out in front, and a rebound picked up now by Brody Thornton. Thornton from the near corner, trying to play it on to the near boards. From the left circle, drop past this one to the hash marks with a shot, and that gets darted wide. Picked up now to the end boards, or it's picked up now by Namiki. He'll send this one around. Out to the near side, where it's played off now by the Athens ROck Lobsters. Picking this one across. Out to the Zydeco end, far boards. Out to the blue line now. Stopped up to the right circle. He'll shoot this one high and wide as that one goes all the way around the boards and into the ROck Lobsters zone. Stopped up now by Kolatarsi. That gets taken away. Alexanian getting tripped up, no call. And now here come the ROck Lobsters. Back of the way, trying to spring step a pass, intercepted smartly by McGuire. That was a great intercept by Thomas McGuire, because that would have been an odd man rush back the other way. Good situational awareness there by T-Mac to get in the middle of the passing lane. Here come the ROck Lobsters getting rubbed off the puck here in the Zydeco end from the end boards. The Zydeco trying to clear, held them at the blue line, where it is played out by Scott Sharrock. Sharrock out to the near side. Here comes Larwood with a shot and a save and a rebound picked up by Katola, but into the neutral zone. He'll give this one out to the near side, where Thomas McGuire will try to punch this one along out to the near boards. And now here comes Portillo, leaving this one off. Out to the far side of the Zydeco end. That gets picked up now by the Zydeco. Larwood stops up. He'll try to deke through one on a solo mission, and that one will be taken away by the ROck Lobsters. Gallant trying to sidestep one, leaving it across Garrett Johnson. Johnson getting it out in front. That gets taken away by Larwood. Larwood, 3-on-3 rush back the other way. Trying to play this one back out to the near boards of the neutral zone, as Larwood going off for a line change. Having to wait to play this one was Matthew Gordon, as he didn't want a too many men on the ice penalty. Johnson leaving this one back out to the near boards. So the rule on too many men on the ice is you have to have possession as that one gets taken away. And a shot and a good save by Brendan Colgan after a lofty turnover to the near side. And now back of the way, here comes Kevin Sabad, and he will wrap this one around the boards. Stopped up right behind the net by Rodriguez as he tries to play this one back for his own defense. Still being heckled for the puck. There will be a call on the play here, and I believe it may be for either hooking or high sticking. Already 6 minutes gone here in period number 3. We'll pause a few moments to thank some of our sponsors: Sigma Engineering Constructors, ENC Bush Hogging and Mulching, Capital City Produce, Bowfinger Tree Service, Republic Finance, Schmolke Law Firm, Pico Lumber, Wilson Warehouse, Highland Group Property Services, Bayou Apparel, Gator Millworks, Will Scott, AV Solutions, and VRI Institute. We'll get right back to you here at Aikens Ford Arena. It is 1-0 for the Athens ROck Lobsters.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
Has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full.
Welcome back here inside Aikens Ford Arena, where it is 1-0 your score for the Athens ROck Lobsters, and a fresh power play for the ROck Lobsters. And off the draw here, Zydeco trying to possess this one back in their own zone. Played off now by the Lobsters into the far side. Garrett Milan now has it. Out to the blue line. Stops up from the blue line, giving it back to Milan. Top of the right circle. Milan, stutter steps, giving it back to Shinkaruk with a shot and a good save by Brendan Colgan. That gets taken away. Here comes Jake Cox. Short-handed, 2-on-2. Jake Cox out to the right circle and a shot, and that one gets saved off by Rodriguez. 1:26 left to go here in the power play for the Rock Lobsters, and 14:06 remaining here in period number 3. So we'll get a face-off here after a short-handed burst into the Rock Lobsters zone. Narek Alexanian will take the draw, trying to see what is going on, unless it's a timeout here. It looks like Athens is going to be taking their timeout. Well, I was just waiting for the official announcement, but I'm able to read the referee's sign language. It is a timeout for Athens as they get a chance to kind of mull things over. So 14:06 left to go here in the third. And it's not as sold out as it was the previous days on the weekend, but I can tell you what, the thing that I love seeing more than a stadium packed full of fans are the doggos that are in the stands here, as it's Pucks and Paws night here at Aikens Ford Arena. Love seeing the furry friends wearing the crustacean gear. Narek Alexanian will be facing off against Shinkaruk and Milan, who wins it back to Shinkaruk. And now on the power play, trying to gallivant a rush back either way. Dropping this one back to Milan, trying to get it back to Shinkaruk. Shinkaruk pitching it along to Weisblatt, leaving it off for Milan. Out to the end boards of the Zydeco end. They'll get this out to the blue line. From the blue line, stops up, giving it across to the right circle. 13:41 left to go here in period number 3. Centering it out in front, and that one goes off the iron. Weisblatt now has it. Out to the blue line, stutter steps, giving it across out to the right circle. Back out to the left. Weisblatt from the near boards. He'll get this one back out to Gallant. Gallant out to the near boards, trying to stifle this one as Virgili getting this one out to the blue line. Cross out to the far boards, now out to the blue line, but a little bit of a mishandle by Shinkaruk, and he'll have to rebound here with 26 seconds left to go on the power play. Back the other way is Milan. Into the Zydeco end, out to the blue line now. Stopping this one up is Weisblatt. Out to the left circle, near side, Virgili. Trying to clear it out was Alexanian. Back out to the blue line now with a shot, and that one gets played across. Out to Milan, out to the blue line with a shot out in front. Stopped up by Weisblatt, and a shot and a better save by Brendan Colgan. Out from the end boards. Milan, out to Virgili. Right circle, power play over with a shot, and Colgan able to track that one down. Stopped up by Narek Alexanian, and he will clear as far as center as the Zydeco go off for an impromptu line change. Back the other way, drop pass out to the blue line, where it's played off now by the Rock Lobsters. Into the end boards, Johnson out to the far boards. Johnson getting this one out in front to Picard. Picard now out to the blue line as Johnson gets shaken up on the play. Lumbering back as the Zydeco trying to take this one away. Out to the near side of the neutral zone. Kevin Sabad leaving it off for Elijah Wilson. The puck will wing its way all the way around the boards, where it's played off now by the Lobsters. Out to the near side. Picard into the neutral zone. Picard goes off the end boards. Trying to play this one back out for Thornton. That gets taken away. Here come the Lobsters, centering it out. Out to the point. Greco, a shot, and that gets darted wide. Picked up now by the Lobsters. Out to the end boards, taken away by Wilson. Wilson turning this one over, getting it back. Wilson with it to the far boards, trying to play this one back down. Wilson has a chance on a breakaway shot, and he gets denied by the blocker of Rodriguez. And now here comes Scott Sharrock. Sharrock into the neutral zone. He'll carry this one into the far side of the Lobsters zone, where it gets picked up now and cleared out by the Lobsters. Brody Thornton from the neutral zone stops up, trying to play this one and glide this one back down. That gets taken away as Scott Sharrock giving it across to Kuznetsov to the right circle, getting it out in front. That one gets blocked out to the corner. Now out from the center of the zone. That one will be cleared out to the neutral zone. And now stopped up by the Lobsters. Stretch pass trying to find Brendan Reller. A little bit too hot to handle for Rells as it gets taken away by Kleber. Here come the Rock Lobsters into the neutral zone, settling down play. Puck skitters across the end boards of the Zydeco end. Brendan Reller trying to get the puck. He gets upended by Garrett Johnson. Scott Sharrock settles up, trying to find it back to Dmitry Kuznetsov. And a icing is avoided since puck wasn't fluttered too far as the Rock Lobsters now have it, but coming back the other way. Into the Zydeco end with a shot, and Brendan Colgan will cover. 10:01 left to go here in period number 3. So we'll get a face-off here into the Zydeco end. 1-0 your score here for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Shots on goal, 41 for the Lobsters and 22 for the Zydeco. Shane Haggerty will glide in and take the draw against Garrett Milan. Haggerty has Nick Katola and Matthew Gordon on his wings. And to his further back, he has Thomas McGuire and Tyler Larwood. Haggerty gliding in to take the draw, and off the draw, wins it back cleanly. No one home, though, to pick it up for the Zydeco. Now there is, as Katola leaves it off for Thomas McGuire, trying to clear the zone. That gets held in. Zydeco with possession back in their own zone, getting pickpocketed right out in front with a shot. That one gets saved and a rebound. Wraparound try gets snuffed by the defense of the Zydeco. And now here comes Thomas McGuire, leaving this one off for Matthew Gordon, who will lift this one heavenward into the Rock Lobsters zone. Stopped up now by the Rock Lobsters, out to the near boards. Trying to play this one back down is Glukoryov. Glukoryov giving it across, out to the right circle, stops up, shoots, and that one gets saved, or blocked out in front, as Shenkarov will get this one across, taken away by Larwood. Back of the way, here come the Zydeco. Zydeco into the Rock Lobsters zone to Thomas McGuire, out in front, and that's out of the go, and a rebound, and that will be played across. And now back of the way, here come the Rock Lobsters. Poke checked aside, were the Zydeco trying to regain possession here in the neutral zone. 8 minutes and 59 seconds left to go here in period number 3. Virgili giving it across out to the slot, and a shot, and that one will go into the mesh and out of play. 8:49 left to go here in period number 3. And your score is 1-0 here for the Athens Rock Lobsters here in Aikens Ford Arena. Stick with us. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremontes.com, 225-751-7665.
Does he think he's better than us? We'll find out. Think you're better than us with that fancy stick work, huh? Buddy, watch this. Yeah, you got good hands. But watch this. Let's get out of here, MJ.
Hey, I'm Dr. Donald. Scott. Come on in, Scott. Thanks.
Scott, you ready? All right, you can have a seat right here.
All right, Scott. We're going to get you all fixed up today, okay?
A few moments later.
Welcome back here inside Aikens Ford Arena, where your score is 1-0 for the Athens ROck Lobsters. Zydeco getting tantalizingly close here, but not able to find the back of the net just yet. As Thornton has it back in his own zone, trying to clear the zone. Played on with a high stick, but it gets tapped on by one of the Zydeco, and they're going to end up being called for playing it with a high stick. So if you're curious, the rule is when you play the puck down and bat it down with a high stick, you or your team cannot play it. It has to be the other team that plays it. As soon as they do, you can play on. And with hand pass, it gets even more weird. You can grab it. You can't close your hand on it, obviously, but you can spike it down to your own stick, but you can't spike it to your teammate. Otherwise, it'll be called a hand pass. So either you have to touch it when you touch it with your glove, or the other team has to. As the Zydeco play this one back behind their own net, that gets taken away by the ROck Lobsters. Out to the blue line now, stops up from the blue line, and a shot gets saved, and a rebound scores. If this were any other night of the past weekend, one would say, well, it's just a 2-goal game, still with 8 minutes left to go. But with the way the puck has been fluttering tonight, this 2-goal lead seems like it's a 6-goal lead. But still, I think Everett Thompson said it best. Momentum can change on a dime here in the FPHL. All you need is one. So right now, that should be the focus here with the Zydeco, getting one here before the 5-minute mark. As the puck will roll its way all the way back down, and Reller has it, centering it out. That gets taken away by Narek Alexanian. Alexanian behind his own net, trying to stutter step and create a rush back of the way. Here comes Alexanian through the center ice. He'll wing this one around the boards, where it's played off now by Dmitry Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will play this one back out to the far boards. Stops up, and they'll try to jar this one back out to center ice, where it's played off now by Dmitry Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will play this one from the neutral zone, taken away by the ROck Lobsters. Brendan Colgan. He'll leave this one off for Ryan Kleber. Thomas McGuire. McGuire will get this one out to center ice to Haggerty, trying to leave this one out for Malvin Gordon, who was streaking down Main Street, but not able to kind of hand it off cleanly. Now back the other way, here comes Elijah Wilson from his own zone, and he'll just bank this one off the boards and clear it all the way back down, where it's played off and swatted at by the ROck Lobsters from their own zone. 6:52 left to go here in period number 3. Garrett Milan stops up, loses his luggage here at the airport, trying to get this one across, but that gets taken away by Matthew Gordon. Gordon into the ROck Lobsters zone. That gets taken away. Garrett Milan now has it for the ROck Lobsters. Into the neutral zone. He'll lug this one into the Zydeco side of the ice, where it's kind of heckled at by Thomas McGuire. Out to the end boards. Gallant gets called down, and there will be a penalty here. I believe it's going to be boarding the call, as Thomas McGuire looks a little shaken up as he's back on his feet. And he'll slowly lumber his way back to the bench. No doubt a stinging shot that he received. And I sound like a broken record at this point, but if there's any time for that power play to start clicking, now would be it. Got 2 minutes on the clock for the man advantage, and the Zydeco will go back on the Badgers heating and air power play. So on the ice now is pretty much your snipers line. You have Haggerty, Sabad, Elijah Wilson, as well as Brody Thornton and Scott Sharrock on the blue line. As from his legs, Thornton gives this one back to Sabad. Sabad from the near side, he'll drop this one off to the right circle. Back to Chirac to the blue line. Giving it across to Thornton with a shot, and that one gets blocked out to the corner. Picked up now by Thornton. Back to Chirac. And now out to the right circle. Leaving it out to Chirac with a shot on net, but that one gets blocked out to the side and cleared by the Rock Lobsters. Here comes Brendan Colgan. He'll leave this one back. Here comes Thornton. Through center ice. Lugging this one himself, leaving it off for Haggerty, leaving that one off for Scott Chirac. Out to Thornton as a puck will get deflected into the glass. Picked up now by Thornton, held in out to the far blue line, where the puck just skitters into the neutral zone, taken away by the Rock Lobsters, as that one will be played back down low and cleared by Athens. 52 seconds left to go here in the man advantage. And this is a huge power play here for the Zydeco, trying to gain some momentum here, down 2-0 here late in the third period. As the Zydeco trying to play this one back down, and a 2-on-1 developing here shorthanded. Picard giving it across out to the right circle. Toe drag and loses his luggage back the other way. Here comes an Eric Alexanian. Alexanian back out to Larwood. Stops up, shoots, and that one gets blocked away. Picked up now by Larwood. Larwood trying to center this one out, but that one will be hit out to the side. Or it's played off now by Thomas McGuire. Out to the right circle. Toe dragged this one out in front, and a shot. Not able to keep this one in was Nick Katola. Katola leaves this one off for Larwood. Larwood has it with a shot off the post. Rebound, and that one hits the outside of the cage. Coming up with it now is Kevin Sabad. Leaving this one out for Jake Cox. Power play over. Kevin Sabad now has it. Trying to get this one out in front. As that one gets taken away and cleared out by the Rock Lobsters. Again, the bad bounces seem to really haunt the Zydeco here in Athens. And now here comes Sabad. Leaving this one off for Jake Cox. Cox winging this one around. Out to Scott Chirac. Chirac. That gets intercepted. Here come the Lobsters back the other way. Into the Zydeco end. Has it to the near side. Trying to play this one off as Glukoriov. As Brody Thornton now has it. Thornton out to center ice. Trying to get this one out to the corner, where it's played off now in front of the scorekeeper's bench. And now back the other way. Here come the Rock Lobsters. They'll clear this one into the Zydeco end. And Brendan Colgan will leave this one off, trying to find Scott Chirac, as the bouncing puck will find its way to a Rock Lobster stick into the Zydeco end. Out to the blue line. He'll play this one back out to the end boards. Rio Namiki takes a shot to the Coconata there. No call, though, as Gordon leaving this one off for Elijah Wilson. Giving it across to Brody Thornton. Thornton trying to play this one back down as the Rock Lobsters now have it to the left circle. Trying to get this one onto the right. Good block by Namiki out in front of the shot. Saved by Colgan! And now back of the way. Here comes Shane Haggerty on a solo mission. Back of the way into the Rock Lobsters zone. Stops up. Getting this one across out to Eric Alexanian. Alexanian from the end boards, trying to center this one out on a backhand shot, and that one will get played down as Narek Alexanian took a heavy hit. And Alexanian down and still down as the trainer comes out to take a look at him. We'll step aside here. 2-0 your score for the Athens Rock Lobsters. And we'll be right back here at Aikens Ford Arena.
All right, Scott, good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Donald.
You're welcome. Welcome to Advanced Dental Care, official dentist of the Zydeco hockey team. Whether you're a hockey player or not, we can give you the perfect smile.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
You are so beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client, what do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD.
Welcome back here to Aikens Ford Arena. Eric Alexanian was able to get up on his own power, and with assistance, he made his way down the tunnel. Won't be getting any updates on his condition, but hope he is well. He was able to get up, keep himself composed, and he headed back to the locker room. And it looks like the Rock Lobsters are only getting a 2-minute minor after that. But the referees are still deliberating. They're still deliberating, still talking. Scoreboard reads 2 minutes. And like I said, the hardest part of my job is not remembering all the stats and all the pronunciations. It's holding my tongue. 2 minutes on the clock, and the Zydeco with a chance to get this thing back to 1. And off the draw, Zydeco able to win this one back as Dmitry Kuznetsov now has it. He'll get this one out to the near board, stopped up by Shirok. Trying to play this one back out from the right circle, Scott Shirok. He'll play this one back down, out to Kuznetsov to the blue line. Kuznetsov stops up, has it, stutter steps, leaves it off to the near side. He'll play this one back out to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov with a shot, and that one gets blocked out in front. Puck flutters its way behind the net, where it's played off now by Elijah Wilson. Elijah will try to play this one back out in front, where it's played off now by Melvin Gordon. Out to the slot. Thornton will get this one out in front and a shot, and that one will be played back out to the near side, where it's played off now by the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Out to the blue line. Sabai now out to the right circle. Back out to Thornton. And now out to Kuznetsov with a shot out in front. Trying to get this one out in front, but that one gets taken away and cleared by the Lobsters. Empty net here for the Zydeco. We'll be skating 6-on-4. Kuznetsov dropping it off for Thornton. Thornton poke checked away. Lobsters with a breakaway and an empty net, and that one will ice it. .106 left to go here in the third period, and an empty netter will all but solidify a 3-game sweep here for the Athens Rock Lobsters, who are fiercely climbing the ladder here in the Continental Division. with a win here tonight, they will just be 1 point shy of the Zydeco in the standings. Off the draw, Colgan will play it behind his own net with 1 minute left to go here in period number 3. Now the Zydeco will play this one right around the boards, where it's picked up now by McGuire. McGuire, as it stops up from the blue line, they'll try to play this one back out to the near boards. Out to the slot, and a shot, and that one will get blocked far and away, where it's stopped up now by the Rock Lobsters. Rio Namiki trying to play this one on the blue line, but the puck bounces on him. Namiki trying to get this one out in front. That gets taken away by the Lobsters. They'll hold the possession back in their own zone and clear it all the way back down, where it's played off now by Brendan Colgan with 14 seconds left to go here in period number 3. Colgan will just elect to hold this one. And taking a proverbial knee, that'll do it. Final score here from Aikens Ford Arena here in Athens, Georgia. 3-0 for the Rock Lobsters. And it's a clean 3-game sweep for the Athens Rock Lobsters. When we get back to you, we will get you the out-of-town scoreboard one last time for the weekend, and we will recap what happened here in the game. So stick right here with us on the Zydeco YouTube channel.
Play with our DraftKings Sportsbook, the Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
For over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
Welcome back here inside Aikens Ford Arena, where the final score for the Athens Rock Lobsters, they take down the Zydeco 3-0. Before we get you the final period recap, let's get you the out-of-town scoreboard. Starting off with the Watertown Wolves. They have a 4-3 lead against the Mississippi Sea Wolves here in the third period. And the HC Venom have a 4-4 tie in the second period against the Danbury Hat-Trick. Moving on to the NHL out-of-town scoreboard. The Florida Panthers have a 2-0 lead against the New York Islanders. The Rangers and the Golden Knights still scoreless halfway through the first period. The Stars and the Blue Jackets tied up at 1 apiece with 1 minute left to go in the second period. Or beg your pardon, in the first period. Later on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be the Utah Hockey Club taking on the St. Louis Blues. The Vancouver Canucks and the Detroit Red Wings hook up at 8 p.m. Eastern. And the Seattle Kraken will play host to the Calgary Flames at 9 p.m. Eastern. Final scores from around the league. The Buffalo Sabres winning 4-3 in regulation over the New Jersey Devils. The Colorado Avalanche have a 2-0 win over the Philadelphia Flyers. And the Montreal Canadiens fall to the Anaheim Ducks, able to come back in that game, winning 3-2 in regulation. So, Let's recap what happened here tonight in Athens Ford Arena, and then I'll let you guys get back to your restful Sunday. So it wasn't exactly the way that the Zydeco would have liked to finish off the weekend, but it was a tight game from first period to last. In the first period, it was actually scoreless through 20 minutes of play, but then it was Malik Johnson off of the face-off able to find a goal, making it 1-0 Athens. And that would be the only goal scored until the third period, with 11:54 into period number 3. Philip Virgili would find the back of the net to the assist of Malik Johnson and Kyle Russell. And finally, the back-breaking empty net goal goes to Orca Weisblatt. 3 stars of the game brought to you by Schmolke Law Firm. Dominic Rodriguez with a 25-save shutout earns the first star. The second star goes to Malik Johnson with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points, and Kyle Russell getting 2 assists for 2 points. Winning goaltender is Dominic Rodriguez, getting his second win of his season and first shutout of the season. And his record improves to 2-0-0-0. And now moving on here to the losing goaltender, Brendan Colgan, who played stellar. 41 saves for 43 shots against, for a save percentage of a .953. Colgan now drops to a record of 14-8-0-2. So that'll about do it. Again, final score here from Athens Ford Arena. It is 3-0 for the Athens ROck Lobsters. I want to thank you for spending your time on your Sunday afternoon. For the Baton Rouge Zydeco, my name is Brian Flores, saying so long and good afternoon here from Athens Ford Arena here in Athens, Georgia. Next up for the Zydeco, they're going to be having a little bit of a break. Time to regroup and reset here before they go to Monroe to take on the Moccasins. And that game for the Zydeco against their cross-state rivals will be played in Monroe on February 13th and 14th. On the 13th, will be played at 6:35 Central Time, and on the 14th at 7 p.m. Central. So until then, see you in a couple weeks. You have been listening to Zydeco Hockey here on the home of the Baton Rouge Zydeco, the Baton Rouge Zydeco YouTube channel. I hope you have a great afternoon and a most pleasant good evening.
Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.